Executive Secretary at the Xpressions Journal Media, and one of the individuals who will be highlighting in this GoFundMe campaign is writer Frank John Dunbeck. We published some of his essays in his own personalized journal, Volume 1, Issue 1, from the year 2000. Xpressions Journal presents The Peoples of the Lower Rhine River by writer Frank Dunbeck. So today I'm going to read an article that he wrote that's contained within the pages called Prokofiev and Japan. Sergei Prokofiev, the outstanding 20th century Russian composer, undoubtedly stands as one of the 20th century's greatest composers of all times. Just about the whole world has a lot of respect for him. However long after the conclusion of World War II, Prokofiev composed a violently anti-Western musical composition, the cantata On Guard for Peace. This must have shocked the many affectionate admirers that he had in the West. This was especially shocking in view of the fact that he once lived in the West and the United States for quite a while. One may wonder if Prokofiev might have been intimidated by Soviet dictator Stalin, or perhaps the Creed secret police chief, Lavrentiy Beria. That again seems quite unlikely, because if there was any composer that was not afraid to stand up to Stalin and Stalinism, then it was Prokofiev. Not very long after World War II, top Soviet party official Zadnov called together top Soviet composers for what he termed formalism and other decadent Western tendencies on all or nearly all of their recent compositions. Prokofiev sat facing away from Zadnov. He was the only top composer that blatantly defied Zadnov. It was as if he were silently telling Zadnov to go fly a kite. So why did Prokofiev compose the violently anti-Western cantata, On Guard for Peace? I think the reason that he did that was because as a younger man, Prokofiev, before he returned to the Soviet Union in the mid-1930s, had lived in Japan for several years. He probably developed some kind of attachment to the Japanese people. So, when toward the end of World War II, when the United States dropped 2 nuclear bombs on Japan, it must have really affected him. He probably realized that he himself could still have been living in Japan, and he himself very innocently could have been blown up by an American nuclear bomb, as the other very innocent Japanese civilians were. He must have seen, at least to some extent, the West as callous, plus criminally and crudely cruel. Now, basically, I disagree with his viewpoint, but the purpose of this essay is to show how Prokofiev probably came to his state of mind and feelings, and how it could have been, as it seems, that it was that he came to some strong and unprecedented perspectives and feelings against the West. I should also cite that I am not sticking up for the West's savage and cold-blooded bombings of these 2 Japanese cities, the Japanese cities of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Many years ago, I told my Shorewood High School friend, Donald Roden, that I felt that at least a little of Prokofiev's music had a resemblance to Japanese music. He may have thought that I was talking through my hat, but in recent years a parallel theory has emerged that one of the melodies of Prokofiev's 3rd piano concerto is actually Japanese and not Russian as it was earlier thought to be. Finally, I wonder that among the Russians there might be some kind of Ainu strain, since many Russians are very heavily bearded. The Ainus are a white people that live in northern Japan, and some Japanese have Ainu blood in them. The Ainus seem to have been much more widespread in northern Asia at one time, and some Ainu may have gotten into the Russian people. This may explain why Russian composer Prokofiev was attracted to Japan to begin with. Lastly, it should be mentioned that my Shorewood High School friend, Donald Roden, had been an exchange student in Japan, and he loved Japan and Japanese people, and he married a Japanese woman. And that's the end of the article by Frank John Dunbeck. Xpressions Journal media mission.